guys, it's Neek. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. I'm glad that I could bring you back. So today's video will actually be about my hair. So as you guys can see, I have a new hairstyle going on, a little blonde look or whatever. So when I was doing this wig, I really wanted to do a blonde look, of course. Well, no, it's not even that. I had blonde hair and I was like, I want to do something with this, but keep it blonde. But I kind of wanted to do something different. So this video is going to show you guys how I achieved this look. Basically, I styled it one way and I was just like, this is cute, but I've done similar looks like this before. It was a lot lighter, like the tone of it was a lot lighter than I had in mind. And it was a middle part and I didn't really want to do a middle part. Like the whole thing was just like not what I had in mind. So I decided like, okay, let me try something else. And I just dyed on top of what I had already did. And I came out with this gorgeous, sandy, ashy, dark blonde. And I love it. I love this color on my skin tone. Don't mind my nails. I need to take them off. But I love this color on my skin tone. I feel like this is a great, like, for anyone who's transitioning into blonde, I feel like this is a good color. Like, it's not super bright. It's not super really light and stark or whatever. So I feel like as far as me, like, I would transition with this. I would wear this out. Like, normally if I do blonde, it has to be like highlights or like not a full head of blonde, but you know, but I love this. I really love this. And I wanted you guys to kind of see my journey to get there, because it definitely was going to turn out one way and it came out this way. So yeah, so if you guys want to see how I got this look, how I created this wig, then keep watching. Oh, and before you leave, matter of fact, you could do it right now. Don't forget to subscribe, join the family, help me gain subscribers. But yeah, so once you've done that, then keep watching. Okay, you guys, so this wig was actually pretty easy as far as the dyeing part went. It wasn't anything too in-depth. But as you guys can see, I started with the roots. So I dyed the roots just the Revlon Colorsilk dark brown color. And I just went around the outline of the closure, and then I went through and parted and, you know, did section by section. You guys have seen this before. This is just like in my last Dark Roots 613 hair video. So yeah, it's pretty much the same process. I didn't do all the extra with going around the perimeter of the wig. I also didn't put any dye on that track that's outlining the closure. To me personally, I felt like it didn't make a difference, so I just didn't bother with it this time. But yeah, so I am just going through, parting the sections, and just hitting the roots of the closure. So I will shut up and let you guys watch me do that. Okay, so this is after I washed the dye out of the roots. One thing that I will say is, so, okay, first of all, with the dye on the roots, I had left that on for a very long time, much longer than I wanted to. I want to say I left it on for like 3 or 4 hours. Um, so because the hair is already blonde and it's a dark brown dye, it doesn't need to stay on that long. I originally didn't want to leave it on that long because I didn't want it to be too dark since I was leaving the hair blonde. Um, but yeah, I ended up leaving it on for longer than I wanted to anyway. So um, that's just one of the things that I didn't really like about it after it was done. But anyway, so I am now going in with T35 on the hair because in looking at videos of different toners on blonde hair, I saw that T35 was kind of like a dark sandy color, and I did want like a dark, I guess beige blonde at first, but you know, everything doesn't always come out in real life like it does on YouTube for whatever reason. Um, so, and you guys will see after I wash this out. It was pretty, it definitely was pretty, but it was still lighter than what I wanted it to come out as, which you guys will see. And I think too, just as a lesson learned, it just kind of gave me, I guess, the reminder that toners do not darken the hair, um, or they don't darken or like change the color of the hair. They literally just kind of add a different tone of what is already there. So, yeah. So I kind of should have known better. But yeah, so you guys will see how it comes out. So I let the toner sit for about an hour and then I washed it out, and this is how it came out. It's pretty, but the blonde of the hair was too light and the roots to me were too dark. Like, as far as for what I had in mind, like it wasn't, it's like that's pretty, but that's not what I was expecting to see. So, I knew that I wanted a darker blonde. I think that was the main thing. I wanted it to be a little bit darker. So I went to the store and got a box of the Revlon Colorsilk Dark Ash Blonde and the Revlon Colorsilk Dark Blonde. And I was like, these look really close together. They're not the same thing because they're two different boxes, two different colors, but they look similar enough to where, like, I was just curious of how they would look if I mixed the two colors and put it on the hair. So that's exactly what I did. I came home, just as you can see, loosely sectioned the hair off and kind of just raked the dye through. Now, honestly, y'all, I think I was too excited or something, but I was struggling. Like, the I feel like I wasn't distributing the dye properly because I was running out of dye even though I had 2 boxes and it was only a bob, so like that should have been more than enough, but I made it through anyway. It was also a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, so I knew I was going to cut a little bit more off of it. So you'll probably see at the end, but like the very ends of it didn't really get touched much with dye, but I got what I needed to get on there. And I also made sure to go kind of all the way up to the roots too, to um, not lighten, but kind of blend that transition between the brown and the blonde more seamlessly. So y'all can watch me do that, and then the final look will be coming up shortly. And don't mind me in the wig cap. When I got home from the store, I just took my wig off and went straight to work, y'all. So please don't judge.